Continuing coverage. This is Bowler's Journal on Xtra Frame Mike J. Laneside reporting from 2011 Bowl Expo with the Bohns. Parker Bohn III, PBA Hall of Famer, and Leslie Bohn, bowler, entrepreneur. We're going to catch up with the Bohns. I'll start with the better half. Leslie, you said you had a big day today, and we've talked about your rings before on Xtra Frame, but bring us up to date on the great product and what it goes to support.
I am honored to be here. We have teamed up with the International Bowling Museum and Hall of Fame to help raise money for the new women's exhibit honoring women's professional bowling. These girls were truly honored, true to their dreams with what they did. They were inspired to be the best that they could be. We have a ring in our Zapata Designs collection. It's sterling silver. It says "Be true to your dreams." It has spares across the top and strikes across the bottom. I shared with Mike when we arrived here today. We had sold nearly 100. We are reaching the 150 mark. My goal is to sell 300 rings. Perfection, perfect game. So we're doing well.
Great. We're going to be at the International Bowling Campus tonight doing a feature as a part of our Bowler's Journal on Xtra Frame coverage covering the new exhibit at the Hall of Fame and Museum. So we're excited to hear about that. And Parker, Leslie not only can throw the ball, but doing some other great work, part of the Bohn family.
She's had it all going on this week. Obviously, she was here supporting the Ladies U.S. Open. It's a part of our sport that obviously I bowl all year round on the PBA Tour, but she wanted to do her share and show up and bowl in this week's event, and she actually bowled quite well. She finished 40th and got a $1,000 check out of it, so maybe I need to kick back and relax a little bit.
Speaking of kicking back and relaxing, mentioned earlier that after Bowl Expo is part of the season where the Bohns get to take a little time off from the sport of bowling.
It truly is. You know, the 2 weeks out of the year that I personally do not pick up a bowling ball is right after Bowl Expo. So for the next 2 weeks, when it's all said and done, Parker Bohn is going to be in hiatus. All the bowling balls get to collect dust, and well, needless to say, they'll be sitting in the back part of my van as I'm driving down the road.
Well, they won't be dusty for very long. What does the next part of the schedule for Parker Bohn III hold?
I've got some commitments coming up with some exhibitions and appearances. There's a Lucy Bonneau doubles that are in Houston, Texas, that a lot of the touring players or exempt players actually pick a really good partner and go bowl. And fortunately for me, I feel like I have one of the best ladies possible. I have Carolyn Doran Ballard. No disrespect to my wife. My wife loves me, folks, but she says she will definitely take second seed to filling in for that team right there. But after that, I do a big event in Indianapolis with Jeff Gordon and a couple of the race car drivers right before the big race there in Indianapolis. I'm going to try my luck at bowling to Peterson towards the end of the month there in July. We'll go out and dabble there. Boy, what a fiasco that can be. But we've got some exhibitions and appearances, actually 1 or 2 regionals coming up in August that I'm going to participate in as well. And then in the middle of September, we're going to be off going overseas to bowl an event in Korea, possibly Malaysia, and 1 or 2 other things that I know guys are trying to twist my arm going down, way down under to Australia.
Hopefully they're not twisting the golden left arm. Leslie, bring us up to date on the family. What's going on with the kids?
The kids are doing great. They are having an amazing time this week. Bowl Expo offers what's called Club Bowlopolis for the kids in their age group. They've stayed busy Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday they were at the pool and cheering mommy on. Tuesday, they spent the day bowling with the pros. Parker, Sean, and Wes were over at the main event, and today they're at Six Flags, enjoying their day there, and then they'll be at the Hall of Fame tonight. So they're doing great, 5, 6, and 8. Brandon has a new high game, 195. Just won a tournament. Justin's won a tournament, and they're loving life.
Wow, that's exciting. Kids already adding to the Bohn legacy with the bowling games. That's fantastic. Before we go, I'm going to hit you up. Since you bowled well here this week, what one thing in your game is clicking at the moment? What's working?
Well, I would honestly have to say Brunswick came out with 3 amazing balls this week. I had the pleasure of throwing a massive damage and a lethal revolver. Absolutely was just perfect for my game and the pattern that we bowled on. I think just being a part of it and just being positive and just wanting to be a part of the best women players, and hopefully this will really set the platform and set a stage for women's bowling to come back. So 1 shot at a time. I had the support of my husband. It was really neat to see the role reversal this week, and his support was amazing. Chuck Gardner was incredible. It's just really fun to be out there and to be competitive.
And Parker, what's one thing you notice about Leslie's game?
Man, I'll tell you what, chasing 3 kids in the back is a lot of work. I've always said it, but now when I was back there, it really was. You know, when I watch Leslie go out there and compete, it doesn't matter how many games she bowls, be it practice or getting ready prep-wise prior to. She's a competitor within her heart, and she wants to go out there and do the best that she can. And when it comes to changing the balls and flipping around, whether she was throwing a lethal revolver or she went to our damage, obviously we have a new Ultimax as well, which is really flippy on the back end. That was a little too much for her. She's got a little more hand than I do. Okay, and I'm gonna call it honestly, folks. It's the truth. But you know, she didn't have a problem. She would switch a ball with no questions asked, and to her defense, that made her the player that she was this week, and it really enabled her to rise up to the occasion.
Well, the family that bowls together stays together. And Leslie, one more time, show me that ring. And if I'm not here at Bowl Expo, where can I pick one of those up?
You can pick these up on my website. It's www.mysilpada.com/leslie.bohn. You can order them online. $64. We'll be happy to ship those directly to your home, with the proceeds benefiting the Hall of Fame, helping to enhance the exhibit honoring women's professional bowling.
Well, great. We look forward to seeing you there tonight, because Bowler's Journal on Xtra Frame will be at the International Bowling Campus, and we're going to do a feature on the new exhibit, 50 Years of Women's Professional Bowling. Parker Bohn III. Leslie, thank you so much for joining us. You've been watching Bowler's Journal on Xtra Frame from 2011 Bowl Expo. This is Mike J. Laneside reporting.